Family.
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 Oh, yeah, you heard right. That was Vinny himself, Vin D's. And let me just tell you, that's the theme. That's the theme of this week's video. So welcome into it. Uh, this is episode 8. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. We're almost at 10. That's pretty. That's pretty cool because we got like 3 followers. But hey, man, you know, 3 is better than none. So just hoping that I'm able to reach some people with this this podcast. And if you're new here, welcome. I'd throw you a welcome party if I could. And you know what? Hell, email me. All right, I'll send you something. But yeah, this is what lights your fire. It's kind of a motivational, inspirational, just something to get you going throughout your week. In other words, light that fire. And I kind of do not even really like a theme per week, but more just something I talk through with what gets me motivated and how I keep myself focused on my goals, my ambitions, and how it's helping me and how it can most certainly help you. So keeping, each other kind of accountable, but also just helping people find a reason to keep pushing, a reason to get things done, and a reason to find your will and that fire. So welcome. Last week we talked about Jimmy V, talked about how you might be an extraordinary guy, but hell, you can do extraordinary things. I mean, come on now. Every single thing that you get to do is new each day because it's a new day. So that's what I took it as. I lived my life with every little thing I did. It was very, I tried to put a little bit more perspective to it. So I got to do things, that normally I would look at and say, oh, I don't want to go do this. Like at work, doing something I really don't want to do. I tried to put it in perspective and remind myself why, I get to wake up every morning and go do this. So yeah, it kind of helped me. Well, no, screw that. It did help me, and hopefully it helps someone out there this week. And but yeah, get back to the theme of this EP, Vinny D's. In other words, the guy from Fast and Furious. That's it. Literally, if I think about it, he's Groot and he's Fast and Furious. That's literally all I know from him. But yeah, he's recently voted the hottest bald man in America. So congrats to you, Vin. Congrats. And yeah, so but it's not from him. He's just known to say family in the Fast and Furious franchise. And so that's the theme of this week, family. And why is that the theme? Well, because to me, my family is a gigantic motivator. Absolutely top 3 because I have family and I have friends, right? And I have people that I continue to strive to achieve my dreams for because I know that they're going to rely on me in the future, all right? And that's why this is the theme of this week. Oh, I'm getting into it. All right. So, family is kind of a flexible term for me. Now, I have immediate family, yes. And they are some people that, even if I were to fall off my wagon of motivation and trying to achieve something, I know that I know that they're going out and telling people, if I'm brought up in conversation, they're saying, "Oh, he wants to be this. I'm so, I'm proud of him." If you have some people that are proud of you, let me just tell you, think about that for more than 3 seconds. Focus on it. And then if you don't have some sort of desire to go make them more proud, I don't know what to tell you. I can't light it. I can't light that fire because that's got to be in there on your own. But I know that every single person, no matter who you are, how big, how small, short, tall, whatever, everyone has at least one person in their life that they want to make proud. So if you have dreams and that person is someone who supports you willingly or even without, anything in return, if that person is supportive of you and are proud of you, strive to make them proud and you'll find something burns inside of you. And something burns inside of you even hotter if you can have that person tell you that, themselves. And that's the beauty of family is that you're close to these people and they're almost relying on you to achieve your dreams because they've been, they know you can do it. And I have many people like that, who I try and remind every time. I'm super proud of them as much as I can. And, hey, T-Bone, I'm talking to you. Go kill those finals. Shout out my boy. He's pretty much a reason right now I'm making this, but yeah, so that's a prime example. He is not my immediate family. He's not the definition of the term family. We're not related by blood, but that's my family. And so you have people like that in your life, and they're close to you, right? They're so close to you that you can feel that if you do something successfully, they're going to be there to congratulate you as well. And if they do something successfully, you are automatic. You have a smile on your face because you know that they achieved something. So that's why I'm going to stay motivated. This week, I'm going to focus on this. And I'll give you an example. So I have a fairly large interview coming up. If you've been following the show, I'm applying to vet school, and I got accepted for an interview, you know, to one of the schools. And last year, I got the same sort of thing, right? And I didn't take it as serious, but I told my family, I was like, oh yeah. I got this interview, and they were all like, oh, sweet, 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 cool, right? So they're obviously supportive of it, and they're like, go kick it, right? I didn't really prepare that much, didn't do that much to make myself succeed. And as John Wooden says, you prepare or you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. So that's pretty much what I did, and I came up a little bit short, right? So now I'm back on that wagon because and let me just tell you, I could have easily just said, okay, screw it, one time done. I'm never doing this again. I don't like failure. I hate failure. But I have people that I've been telling since I was the age of 13 that I want to be a veterinarian, right? And every time someone asks me, what do you want to do when you grow up? Your grandparents, oh, what do you want to do when you grow up? "Oh, I want to be a veterinarian. Okay. For the last 10 years of my life, whatever, they've always been saying, oh, I can't wait to hear about, this, and this when you become a veterinarian. So they have this in their head now, too. So I'm now, this is my viewpoint. I have a responsibility to these people, my family, my friends that support me and know this about me. I have a responsibility, not just to myself, but to follow my passion as much as I can, as prepared as I can, and with a drive that is unrelenting. Because even if I fail, if I get to the this stage 6 times, I'm gonna try for a seventh. Because I know eventually that they're going to have a shining look on their face and say, "I knew you could do it." And if you have someone in your life like that, cherish them and go do this week. Remind yourself of them in the back of your head. When you have something you don't want to do that's on the journey of getting to where you want to. For students, right? For big finals coming up. Okay, I've been in that place. I absolutely despise physics. But when I had to take my physics final, I reminded myself, okay, I could just drop out. But I could just bomb this, get a C, whatever. I'd still be passing my grade. But that's not the way to go about doing this if you have someone that you want to make proud. So I tried my damnedest, right? I tried my every single ounce into studying. And even if I think I I think I maybe got an 80, you know, that was my best, then that's my best. And I was proud to bring that home and say, I was okay, this is what I got because I'm not the best at it. But I studied my butt off. I studied my butt off for you guys, right? My parents were paying, for my education, or my, grandparents who were, waiting to hear how they went. I'm not going to come up short because of anything of my lack of preparedness, because I know I have people that are supporting me in my life who I want to make proud. So they're my motivation. Um, and that's just kind of what I'm talking about with this whole, family thing, right? And, it's one thing to say this, it's another thing to keep it on your radar as much as you can, because, I'm guilty of it too. Every day, I go about something at work, and I don't know, it's, something that's kind of just getting routine. If I don't have the attitude of do your best at this, because this is building me, to getting like for me, this is building me to get to that veterinary goal that I have, right? So if I don't do this to, as much effort as I can, with as much focus as I can, that's really setting a precedent of not making, the ones around you, proud. Because like say for instance that I am a veterinarian and I have a patient, right? And it's getting routine. I've been doing it for a long time and I just start half-assing exams or I start half-assing diagnosis. Just say, oh, go give them, steroids. Go give them this. Go give them that. Not only are you going to be letting down your clientele, but you're going to be practicing poorly in the thing that you set to achieve. And so if I start to do that, then there's no way, there's zero chance I'm making anyone proud doing that, right? And there's zero chance that I'm getting support that way, right? I always want, and it's not just about making someone proud, right? It's about keeping to your goals because you know there is love on the other side, right? It's not just, pride because, feeding your ego. It's about feeling the love that you have regardless, but is going to come shining through once you reach that mountaintop, right? Once you get there and plant that flag. And it's a beautiful thing to think about. And if you have, a second in your day, whenever you can, I challenge you, just think of one person. Think of one person in your life at any given, day or time or whatever you have. Could be a mom, could be a dad, could be a brother, could be a teacher, could be a student, could be whatever. Doesn't matter. Could be a garbage man, that comes around your block every day. It could be anyone. Just think about them. Think about your relationship with them, and then remind yourself why you committed to start what you're doing. Now, if you're at work and you're starting to think of it as a rat race or something like that, remind yourself why you started the job, right? And if you can find that spark again, you'll try and live every single day with the attitude that, I'm doing this not just for me. I have a team pretty much on my back. And if I can do my responsibility, then we're gonna get that reward. We're gonna get that success. And it's not just my success, it's a collective success. And I know I speak that way because, when my sister, like uh, I have a bunch of family, like I said. Excuse me. And if one of my sisters, they're, or my brothers or whoever it is, right? If they are at a busy time in their lives at work or with their kids or anything of the sort, and they tell me, oh, this, and this, but, I've been really pushing hard to do this one thing. Like, I've been really pushing hard to spend this amount of time doing this with my kids every day. Or I've been really, putting a lot more effort into work, even though I'm tired. Whatever it is, I'm going to be gung ho about it because that's success. And if it's success to them, it's success to me. So it's a collective. So that's what I'm saying, man. You have to put yourself in perspective in a lot of ways, and I think that's what's lighting my fire right now. I just want to go out and ace this interview, right? I want to go kick it in the gut, little front snap kick, watcha, and I want to turn it around, and I want to be able to look my family in the eyes. I want to be able to look my mom in the eyes and say, "Mom, they accepted me." So if I can, regardless of whether it happens, I'm gonna keep striving until I can get to that point. So that's a good. It's kind of a good way to wrap this up. Is think about that one person you, or not just one person, but at any given time this week that you have a moment. Take a breath. Think about one person that you want to be able to look in the eyes and say, "I did it. I did it." Because if you can say that to them one day, and their response is going to be ecstatic for you, then I say, why the hell are you not pushing as hard as you can to get to that point? Ups and downs, bumps and smooth patches, it doesn't matter. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. Keep kicking ass. And remind yourself, this is a little bit of inspiration this week, Family. Family. Vin Diesel. I never watched any. I think there's 10 Fast and Furious movies. So that's pretty much like I'm never going to watch those. But I think one of them's called Tokyo Drift, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, like Vin Diesel said, I don't got friends, I got family. But also, I have friends. It's like that's kind of a stupid quote, but I get it's for the movie, but also stupid quote. I'm going off topic a little bit, but that's okay. That's why you're here. Hey, guess what? Guess what? You're listening. So that's what. Anyways, don't get me hot like that. All right. But yeah, this week, episode 8. Um, I got those challenges in there for you, and like I said, go kick butt this week. And if you are new here, let me just plug the account. Please feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, the Spotify channel. I got an Instagram here. Let me pull that up for you. Sponsored by the Metaverse. What? It is at WL Your Fire. I repeat, that is at WL Your Fire. We got some heaters on there. We'll be posting daily updates, or not daily updates, but updates about the podcast. Just kind of ways to keep motivated throughout the week when I'm not talking your ear off. And I believe, yeah. So if you have an episode idea too, I want to do what motivates you. So if you have anything at all, please email me. The email is wlyfire@gmail.com. Boom. But feel free. Do what you wish. I can't press you. But anyways, have a great rest of your week. Keep that attitude. Go kick some butt. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.